Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly love reading. I hope this video finds you well today. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, let's see what's coming through for Cancer. So we have Faith, which is the Hierophant, the Magician, the Six of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Lovers, the Six of Cups, the Eight of Coins, the Devil, and the Hermit. And we have the Chariot. So, well, the Lover's card is the heart of this reading. You know, since this is a love reading, I feel like this is a huge sign. I feel like there is a big development in your love life this week. So the Lovers is always, it is a message of a significant relationship, a marriage, or twin flame reunion. But let's go ahead and take it one row at a time. We have Faith, which is the Hierophant, the Magician, and Six of Wands. And I'm just kind of drawn back to the Lover's card. I feel like there is some, like I said, some big, major event in your love life. And there are a lot of major arcanas in this reading, 7 out of 9. I feel like there's going to be something big for you. If you are single, I feel like you're going to meet someone who is a significant connection, not just a date. And if you're in a relationship already, married, and you're struggling, I feel like things will finally be worked out, or there will not be any more issues for you. But you have the Hierophant. So I feel like your faith, I can understand why they called it faith now. Your faith in your partner, or just in finding love in general, it's going to play a huge part in what happens in your love life this week. Especially seeing the Magician there, because the Magician is all about you and how much you are feeling in control of your love life, or your life in general. And I feel like there could be some, before things really fall together for you this week, I feel like, there will be things that cross you, doubts that you have. I mean, especially seeing the Devil down here and the Hermit, it's like you're reflecting on something, but Spirit is telling you that everything is in your hands and you have to have faith as far as either your partner or staying focused on bringing love into your life. You have the power to do that this week. You have to really feel that you have a say in what is happening in love life. Don't feel like, maybe if something's going on with your partner, that this is completely out of your hands and there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Well, they're telling you in this reading that there is something that you can do about it. And part of it is just having faith that whatever it is that happens is for your highest good. But the Hierophant, it also represents marriage. And I don't always say that with the Hierophant. But it's one thing that's coming up right now. So for some of you, it could be that you hit a bump. Maybe those who are living together or dating, you might hit a bump. There may be some doubts, but this works itself out and could lead to marriage. It could also be that you're just feeling a pull towards someone that, you just can't deny anymore. With the Hierophant, this is like sensing a soulmate or a kindred spirit and wanting to be with people who are like you. Again, the power is in your hands to make this happen. Then you have the Six of Wands, telling you that as long as you're feeling that you're feeling a sense of control over your love life or your life in general, as long as you're trying to find a place where you belong or the person you belong with, you will succeed. But if you're staying home, if you're single, if you're staying home and not making any attempt to meet someone or to find, someone to spend time with, then of course you won't see any change. The Six of Wands is just kind of guaranteeing a victory if you are trying, especially if you're holding on to your faith and you're really kind of feeling like you can make this happen, or you can help to keep a relationship together or marriage. Okay, the next row we have the Hanged Man, which they call the Hanging Man in this deck, the Lovers, and the Six of Cups. So you know, we have this energy here of like being in limbo. And maybe for some of you, like this is what is kind of testing you, you know, with the Magician and the Devil down here and the Hermit. You might be stuck. And for some of you, it could be that maybe your partner is not ready. Since you're the one watching this reading, it could be that your partner is not ready for the next step, which, you know, it could be marriage. If you look at the reading like this, the Hierophant and the Lover's card lead straight to the Hermit, which is all about, you know, reflection and needing some space and going within, trying to find the answer. So for some of you, you're dealing with something where there is like this stalling energy, like nothing is happening. You feel stuck and you feel like you're in limbo when it comes to your love life. I mean, the Lover's card is right beside this. That's why they're telling you that you're going to have to hold on to your faith. You're going to have to feel that you have some sense of control over what is happening. So for some of you, this is just like someone that can't make up their mind. Maybe they go back and forth, or you just kind of feel like, you know, you're stuck in a bad phase in your relationship. But the Lovers here, you know, it's telling you that there is a sign. This is a significant relationship that you're dealing with. Especially, you know, twin flame relationships. That's what I'm getting when one twin flame usually kind of runs from the other. And you might be dealing with that. You might confuse a struggling relationship for something that maybe isn't working out, when, you know, this could be your twin flame, but it could be that your partner is a runner and is trying to, in some way, like escape the challenges that come with finding your twin flame. And then, you know, the Six of Cups. And for some of you, it could be that the past is in some way like influencing your love life. And I feel like it could be in a negative way or a challenging way. Past arguments being revisited. Maybe there's something that one of you can't forgive, or there's some baggage coming from the past that needs to be let go. It could be that this is what's kind of stalling the relationship, keeping it in limbo. Something has to be released. For some of you, those who are single, it could be that someone from the past comes back into your life. And you know, it's up to you as far as like, you know, that's why you have the Magician. It's up to you what you're going to do about this. If you're going to allow this person to come back into your life. And when I look at the card, I feel like if it is someone from the past coming back into your life, I feel like you're really confused about the decision, what to do. That's why you have this message for those of you where that really applies, to go within. The Hierophant and the Hermit, go within. If somebody from the past returns and you're torn because you don't know if you should allow this person back into your life again. I mean, the Lover's card right here says that someone from the past returns for you this week. It's for a reason. But this could also be a reference to, like, you know, very karmic soulmate, or I said a twin flame. Well, the Six of Cups can be like not just the past, but past life. So it could be somebody completely new, but there is that, you know, you have a history between you. And usually when that happens, that's why you have all this, like, you know, conflict, and one partner can't commit. And we even have the Devil down here, which could be, you know, someone's really pessimistic. There's some not so positive energy around someone, yet there's like the strong pull, the strong emotional connection between you and someone this week. Now this row down here, we have the Eight of Coins, the Devil, and the Hermit. So I feel like the Eight of Coins in this reading, I feel like there's a lot of work for you to do as far as figuring out your love life. I feel like for some of you, what you're trying to figure out is how to deal with this energy from the devil. Why your partner is being so negative about the relationship. Why is there so much conflict around your relationship or your love life in general? If you're single, why are you having these negative thoughts about yourself or your love life? It could be that this is what's keeping you in limbo from the Hanged Man. I feel like there's going to be a lot of work to do. And if you look at the card, it looks like the man is like really studying this paper here. He looks confused, almost kind of lost in his thoughts. And I feel like you will be examining either your love life or a relationship and trying to figure out what is it that's going on, with the devil here. What is it, what is creating this negative energy and, in your partner or in your relationship or just in your love life in general? For some of you, either you're taking some space for yourself to figure this out. You need time to find yourself, to figure your partner out. Or it could be that they are needing some space as well. Like I said, with the Hanged Man here, it could be either one of you. And the Hermit is not a negative card. It just means that you need time on your own to really find the answers to your problems, to do plenty of soul searching. And I feel like for some of you, either you're really contemplating what to do about someone from the past, or you're trying to figure out what is this not so positive energy around your love life. What's going on with your partner? Or why is it that you feel like your love life is just not happening? Why do you feel stuck? But like I said, you still have this energy of the Lovers, front and center, the heart of your reading, telling you that a significant relationship is right in front of you. But it's really going to be up to you. Remember the Magician up here? The Magician is telling you that, the magic is in your hands. And you're going to be feeling that pull towards someone, with the Hierophant being the first card. You're going to be feeling that sense, that feeling that you know someone, or you feel like you really belong with someone. Expect big changes. And we have the Chariot. The Chariot represents huge changes in your life. It could even represent travel. Some of you might be traveling to see a soulmate or someone that you meet. Or have to move to be with a partner. The Chariot just means that you're no longer stuck, and that energy is here. Things finally get moving for you. And also, this is the ultimate victory card. So I feel like whatever it is that's going on here with the Hanged Man, the Devil, and the Hermit, you've got this. The Chariot is telling you that you will succeed again, but you have to feel in control. Also, I just noticed we have this, what is this? The Six of Wands, the victory card with the Chariot. That is a huge sign that whatever challenges that you're facing this week, 2 victory cards, that you will overcome this. So whether it has to do with the past or your love life in general, if you're single, or challenges with a partner, whether it's this energy of the devil, not so positive energy, this will work out. Okay, so let's see confirmation messages. First one is 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and 6 of Pentacles. And you have 6 of Wands. Again, you already have that card over here, which is the victory card. So you have victory 3 times in this reading. Again, whatever challenges you're having, single or in a relationship, this will resolve itself. But you do have the 4 of Pentacles, which could mean that for some of you, you don't feel safe. If you look at the person in this card, they're kind of up in a tree and holding on really tight. It could be that you're trying to hold on to your partner really tight because you're afraid of losing them. Again, this whole reading is just kind of screaming that someone may need their space. You may feel stuck, but you have 3 messages that are telling you that you will succeed, three victory cards. So I feel like there's no need for fear. There's no fear for holding on tight to a relationship. Don't be afraid to let go or let someone have some space, or it may even be you. You might be the one who needs some space. You also have the 9 of Cups. So it doesn't get any better than this card, except for the Star card. The 9 of Cups represents your wishes being granted. So whether your wish is to, have a new person come into your life, The Lovers, the Nine of Cups, that could very well happen this week. Or you want to have someone from the past come back into your life. Nine of Cups, Six of Cups, that very what could happen. Or you want to, you want your partner to propose. Again, like all these messages are kind of lining up. Something magical could very well happen this week for you. You also have the Six of Pentacles, which means that, you're just you're getting exactly what you deserve. So I feel like for some of you, you may have been struggling with a difficult relationship, or just, this energy here from the devil where things have been, kind of uncertain and dark, and there's been some dark challenges. You're getting exactly what you deserve. You worked really hard, or you have, held on to your faith in bringing in a new partner or making your relationship or your marriage work. Like I said, victory, Six of Wands, and Chariot, the ultimate victory with the Lovers as a heart of the reading. So this is pretty much telling you that, whether you're married, single, or in a relationship, that there would be, significant, because there's so many major arcana, significant positive changes in your love life. Okay, Cancer. So let's get into your general reading. Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, King of Wands, the World, the Moon, Page of Coins, the Star, the Tower, and Temperance. And the theme for this week is the Queen of Swords. So the theme for the week is the Queen of Swords, and this could be someone who is an air sign, whether it's sun, moon, or rising. This could be someone that is playing a huge part in your life this week. But to me, the Queen of Swords, it also represents truth and honesty and clear thinking. I mean, especially with an energy like the moon right here. I feel like you're going to really need to be objective, especially Cancer, because Cancer can be like very emotional. We are a water sign. But they're saying don't get lost in your emotions. I feel like there would be some things that happen where, it might be kind of like emotionally taxing on you. But the first card is the Five of Swords. I feel like this week they're asking you to keep your eyes open. I usually don't like seeing this card, especially with the moon in the same spread. I feel like be careful with, who you are sharing your most intimate secrets with. The Five of Swords can mean that you have hidden enemies. I'm not trying to scare you, but that is the meaning of this card, one of the many meanings. It could be that you have hidden enemies in the form of, not people who outright, hate you and you don't know about it. It's, someone who's close to you who's like, says they're your best friend and then they're really not. Could also be like someone working against you, and something where you're trying to succeed on a project. Somebody's like sabotaging like your life or your work. It's not a positive card. I don't like this card, but when it shows up, they are asking you to pay attention. But sometimes it's not you. I mean, sometimes it's not another person, it's you. It's the decisions that you're making. So I feel like if that's the case, that's why we have the Queen of Swords as the theme of the reading, asking you to be objective. I feel like if you're really kind of emotional this week, there's already this confusing energy of the moon right here. If you're overly emotional, you could make a decision that you wish you could take back. And that is the Five of Swords. It's an empty victory where you get what you want. And then you're just like, well, I wish I hadn't done that. You do have the Star that does confirm that message. Yeah, I feel like, this energy of the Five of Swords, it could, seen it with the Star lined up with the Star here. I feel like be careful what your, what your hopes and wishes are. Make sure that you've really, you're thinking clearly, that you see the entire picture, that you're being honest with yourself. Because the Five of Swords can be something that you pursue, a goal, something that you want to do. And then it turns up that you don't want this, that this was entirely the wrong decision for you. And the Star, it does represent your hopes and wishes, and it does, it is a major arcana. We also have right here, we have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups, just what I was saying with the Five of Swords, it could mean that you're pursuing, like, you're the wrong path. You're going down the wrong path. And the Eight of Cups means that, you will have a change of heart. You will want to walk away from something that's not bringing you happiness. And it could even be that for some people, like, you're not getting the message that it's time to walk away from something. You're not putting two and two together, that this is not making you happy anymore. This is not bringing anything into your life. So what are you still doing there? Like, get up and walk away. That is the message of the Eight of Cups. Now you do have this, amazing energy of the King of Wands. I feel like there's going to be a lot of inner fire and determination this week. I feel like it could go either way for you. I mean, I see some conflicting cards here, but this is such a positive card. I feel like you feel very energized. You will feel really focused and determined and really kind of persistent in going after what you want. Just make sure that it is actually what is best for you. I feel like this could be also someone who's a fire sign who plays, a huge part in your life. But I mostly feel like it's inner fire. Like, you want to get things done. You want to get things done. And I feel like you're really, it's a high energy week for you. Just make sure you're going after the right thing. Okay, so then we have the World. And the World is a really positive card. It is a major arcana. It's the final card of the major arcana, and it's telling you that things kind of wrap themselves up. Something is coming to a close. Something's coming to an end this week. It's not a negative message. It's positive. It's like you've succeeded. You've graduated. I even feel like for some of you, like you may not know. I mean, look at the message we have right next to it. For some of you, if something ends this week, or you feel like making something end, or you feel like I need to walk away from something, we already have that message here, the Eight of Cups. If you feel like you're done with something this week, like don't ignore that. These are two major arcanas that are sitting side by side, seeing, something's coming to an end, yet there's confusion. There's confusion around this. Like something is being withheld from you. Like there are pieces of the puzzle that you don't understand, maybe about why something had to end or why something has to end. And I feel like some of this, maybe it won't apply to everyone, but for some of you, this could be what this is all about, the Five of Swords, that you don't understand that something needs to end. Now, I do have to mention it because I already mentioned it with the Five of Swords. Like I said, that can mean, someone who's not being honest with you, someone who's not a true friend. And this can also mean that, there's deceit around you. I mean, it will not apply to everyone, but I do have to mention it. It could be you don't know what's really going on with a person. But like I said, that's not going to apply to everyone, so don't feel that it's you. Okay, so we have the Page of Coins, and for some of you, this can mean that there is a lot of, financial abundance, being the suit of coins. But this card is also, to me, it is more about like studying things carefully, keeping your eyes open. We already have a message over here with the Five of Swords. I mean, especially seeing it next to the moon. I mean, you already have all of this like inner fire going, and you're just kind of determined to get things done. You have a sense of clarity, hopefully. And the Page of Coins is just telling you, if something comes up for you, and I just noticed it's right next to the Temperance card. These are very similar, even though this is a major arcana and this is just a minor, this is a court card. This is telling you, study something before you jump in, before you make a major decision. Look at all the details, look at it from every angle. And this message here, this is telling you, like, don't do anything extreme without knowing all the facts. That's why I feel like it's so important next to this card. Make sure that if you are making, some type of major change in your life or making a big decision, make sure that you really know all the facts, that you really know everything that's going on, because we already have energy of the moon and the Five of Swords. You could do something and make a decision that, where you don't have clarity. I feel like it's really important this week that you really know what you're getting yourself into, that you know the truth behind a situation. And I already talked about the Star. And like I said, this is, your hopes and wishes, and it's such a positive card. And it means, also that you're very protected, by spirit. You have it right next to the Tower. And I feel like there could be a major kind of shift in your life with the Tower, something very unexpected that happens. And it could be that, you're confused about this, especially with the moon. Like, what happened here? Like, why did this happen? Again, the Star is telling you that whatever it is that happens, it confuses you, or it kind of seems like a challenge in some way. It's leading to your hopes and dreams. Well, the Tower is uncomfortable because it's like forced change from the universe. It's like, you haven't been listening to us, well, we will help you. but it won't feel positive. It won't feel so good when Spirit's hand is kind of like, you know, adjusting your life. And that is the energy of the Tower. Something unexpected comes up. But they just want you to know that you're protected, and this is aligned with your hopes and wishes. And like I said, Temperance, just kind of, you know, don't do anything extreme. You know, with all these messages of like, keep your eyes open, and perhaps someone is not what they seem. I feel like there will be some changes that you want to make, because I see that all over this reading. There will be some changes that you feel that you have to make. You're just not feeling something anymore. You're not feeling something anymore. And if you keep pushing yourself to do the same thing, you don't want to change something, Spirit is going to take over for you in some way because you have the Tower. So I feel like whatever it is that you don't feel a connection to, don't force yourself to keep doing the same thing. Just kind of accept it and move on. All right, Cancer, this has been your love reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again soon.